168,000 cubic meters of water flows from Niagara Falls in half a minute. Niagara, the largest waterfall in North America, is depressions caused by ice flows from the Arctic 10,000 years ago. The surrounding area of the falls is Niagara Falls Park and is naturally protected by its sister cities, Niagara Falls, Ontario and Niagara Falls, New York. Victoria Falls or Mosi-Oa-Tunya is one of the most magnificent waterfalls in the world. It is located on the Zambezi River, between the borders of Zambia and Zimbabwe. The waterfalls are approximately 1.7 kilometers wide and 128 m high. It would not be wrong to say that waterfalls in Turkey impress those who see them with their unique beauties. Here we will reveal many hidden natural beauties such as Manavgat, Juden, Bulut, Ilka, Yekopru. Niagara Falls, located in the middle between Canada's Ontario and the United States' New York State, is the most famous waterfall in the world. Niagara Falls, where you can discover both a new continent, a new country and a magnificent natural landscape, is the second highest waterfall in the world. To visit the waterfall flowing from the Niagara River, you can immediately start looking for cheap Ontario and New York flights. About 70% of our Earth's surface is covered with water. In this context, we actually have a lot of water resources such as oceans, seas and lakes. It's easy on the tongue, but about 30% of the world's coral reefs are in the South China Sea. This sea serves as the main route between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, with shipping lines connecting the Middle East, Europe and East Asia. It is estimated that approximately 10% of the ocean fish traded in the world comes from the South China Sea. 2. The depth of the Caribbean's large basins and the temperature of the deep water are similar to those of the Atlantic. There are also claims that the waters of the Atlantic deepen and pour into the Caribbean and contribute to the deep water structure of the sea. Similarly, 170 million tons of oil is extracted from the sea every year. 3. 500. Although this loss is compensated, the water of the Mediterranean is very salty. Scientific research indicates that the Mediterranean Sea was formed 5 million years ago and filled in only about 2 years. Water has a special dark color. 4. There is also an opinion that the Bering Sea was too shallow during the last ice age and that people walked from Asia to North America. Gemchu Canyon, one of them, is the world's largest canyon known. The Gulf of Mexico is thought to have been formed by the sinking of the seafloor as a result of continental plate collision during the late Triassic period, about 300 million years ago. Although most of it is shallow, the Sigsbee Deep has been measured at 5,203 meters, where deep-sea creatures similar to those in the Mariana Trench live. 29 marine mammals and 49 sharks are known to live in this sea. There are approximately 27,000 abandoned oil and gas wells under the Gulf that are generally not checked for potential environmental problems. What are the characteristics of the rose? The most important point to be considered in rose care is room temperature. The rose, which is not resistant to cold climates, does not like too hot environments. This flower should be grown in soils rich in iron and its soil should be renewed once a month. It is possible to grow roses not only in sandy but also in clay soils. While it is sufficient to irrigate once a week in autumn and winter, it should be watered every 2 days in summer. There are wild and domesticated ducks. Pets can form very good relationships with humans as they do not have a mother when they are purchased as puppies. When they get used to their owners, they do not give up and they want to be taken care of like children. Their sweet movements make them love them. Ducks love water. Water is indispensable for them. They enjoy swimming very much. They can spend the whole day swimming. The ability to swim is inherent in them. Ducks love greenery. They feed on corn, wheat, small insects they catch in water and on land. The parrot is the name given to the bird species that make up the Psittaciformes, parrots, order, with a curved beak, fleshy and thick tongue, bright feathers, and living in warm places. Inhabits tropical forest regions of Africa, America, Asia and Oceania. Characteristics: warm homeland birds with curved bills, fleshy and thick tongues, bright feathers. They use their beaks as a third leg while climbing. They are animals with high imitation abilities. Lifespan, 60 to 100 years. Varieties: there are more than 300 species. Cockatoo, Jaco, Lori, Dudu, Markov, Ara, Budgerigar are the famous ones. Elephants have the largest brain in the world. The largest elephant ever recorded is 10,886 kilograms and 4 meters long. Of the mammalian proboscis class, not only elephants have gone extinct. Studies have shown that when an elephant dies, the herd mourns for a long time. Provinces are one of the most interesting and cute creatures living on this planet. They are huge and quite sweet. And they are known to have similar feelings to humans. They have some pretty amazing habits and behaviors, and it's incredibly fascinating to learn about them. But elephants are endangered by hunters after ivory. Along with the threat of the ivory trade, elephants are losing their habitat due to harmful farming practices. The giant panda, Ailuropoda melanoleuca, or simply the panda, is a large, endangered bear species of the bear family with large patches of black and patches on its white pelt. In order to distinguish it from the small panda, it is also called the big panda or the bamboo bear to draw attention to the fact that it only feeds on bamboo. Perhaps one of the most distinctive features of pandas among bears is their fondness for bamboo. So they are herbivores, not carnivores like their other congeners. They meet their nutritional needs from bamboo, which is abundant in their lives. In fact, they spend as much as 55% of their lives looking for and eating bamboo. So why do you think these sweet little ones eat grass instead of meat? This is because pandas have no sense of taste. They did not choose to eat it because the meat was soft and insipid to them. Well, it's not unreasonable at all, is it? Monkeys are among the favorite animal species of humans. It is possible to domesticate some species of monkeys. They are animals that are loved by humans for their looks and sounds and the energy they emit. Monkeys are among the most intelligent and human-like animal species. Some species of monkeys have the most advanced intelligence in the animal kingdom. They can't keep track of your checkbooks or do your math homework, but they can count. These very smart animals can learn to count up to 100 with a good tutorial. As a result of the researchers, it has been determined that there are 264 different monkey species living around the world. The Moon is the only natural satellite of the Earth. When we turn our heads to the sky at night and at the same time, the celestial body that can shine in the sky in clear weather is expressed as the Moon. The Moon is not a source of light as it is thought. The Moon actually reflects the rays it receives from the Sun. We have compiled for you what the structure of the Moon is like and what features the Moon has. Frogs are very interesting animals. What are the interesting facts about frogs that we can come across while walking in nature, by the stream or in the forest? Frogs are amphibians, also known as amphibians. In other words, they are included in the class of animals that live both on land and in water. Frogs, which are in the amphibian class of the vertebrates branch, are tetrapods, that is, four-legged. Frogs reproduce by laying eggs. The hatched offspring of a frog that lays its eggs in the water is called a tadpole. Tadpoles with a long tail live in water until they metamorphose into frogs. A frog egg left in still water hatches as a tailed tadpole. The tadpole breathes with its gills and moves with its fish-like fins. They feed on herbivores for several weeks. While the tadpole is undergoing metamorphosis, its four legs come off and it turns into a carnivorous creature that begins to breathe through the lungs. The wolf is considered the ancestor of the canine family. Due to its wild and predatory nature, it is the nightmare of those who are interested in camping and outdoor sports. Wolves living in packs are among the species that can be encountered frequently in the natural life. Wolves can be found in all regions of our country except southeastern Anatolia and Thrace. Wolf can be confused with coyote. Especially the golden jackal, living in Turkey, resembles a wolf. Wolves do not like fire and smoke, they see it as a danger. If you suspect the presence of a pack of wolves around your campsite, a campfire will keep them away. If there are cubs in her flock, the mother prefers to change areas so that they are not affected by fire and smoke. Keep out of the camp any food and drink items that will turn the campsite into an attraction for wolves, such as food, leftovers, and garbage. It is important to store food in closed boxes in your car and to remove leftovers and garbage from the campsite immediately. If there is a pack of wolves nearby, building a barrier around your tent with bushes, stones, pointed sticks, and whatever you can find in nature will keep you in a safer area. If you see a wolf, try to get away silently before it sees you. Remember, wolves live in packs. If you've seen a wolf, its pack is somewhere nearby. Wolves hunt in packs, although they sometimes wander alone. Flamingos have long, slender legs, a long, curved neck and rosa-colored plumage. One of its distinctive features is that it has a curved beak, which acts as a filter when dipping food with its upper part and removing food from water or mud. With long slender legs, a long curved neck and rose-colored plumage, flamingos are one of the waterfowl with curved beaks. If you've been to the zoo, you'll see that the flamingos are white. Even in some regions, do not be surprised. The Chinese water dragon is an exotic pet, but it is not very easy to care for, so it is suitable only for reptile specialists. Don't be fooled by its iguana-like appearance. This reptile requires very special care and can live for about 16 years if all goes well. Before you become the owner of this breed, you should learn about. Most butterflies prefer flower nectar and usually feed on a variety of liquids. Butterflies do not have mouths, instead, they have tubes, too, that look like hoses. Also, their sense of taste is in their feet. First, they control the food with their feet and then they absorb the liquids with these tubes. Butterflies have a lifespan of 1 day. So butterflies live only 1 day. Therefore, for some, a day is worth a lifetime. Not a single butterfly species with a normal lifespan of 1 day has been detected in the world so far. The lifespan of adult butterflies can vary from 1 week to 1 year, depending on the species. Moreover, this period does not include the egg, caterpillar, and cocoon periods in the life.